coach and a trainer, heartfulness certified trainer, mindfulness expert with over 18 years corporate expertise in Fortune 500 companies in areas of sales, operations, business excellence through effective leadership styles, people transformation, effective communication, coaching, and mentoring.
Sir is a mechanical engineer from prestigious College of Engineering, Pune, and postgraduate MBA in Marketing and International Business from NMIMS, Mumbai. He is a certified past life regressionist and certified life coach. Sir has been a training ambassador at BNI and has served as a president of Toastmaster International. We would now request Sir to address all the attendees.
Thank you so much, Sahil and Vindhya, and welcome each of you to this beautiful training program. And thank you to the management of BBDNIIT for giving us this invite to be here. So, of course, what was missed out in the introduction, which is special for BBDNIIT, and I would say special to Lucknow, is that although I hail from, I'm staying in Hyderabad, Lucknow is my sasural. So my wife is from Lucknow. So in that sense, there is a closer connection than you think. So I've been coming to Lucknow quite frequently in the last 20 years, and I know it pretty well from a husband's perspective. Okay, so that's a quick addition to what they mentioned, and this is special for all of you. So it's a delight to be here and we'll be moving on, and we'll be covering everything in the next 45-50 minutes. Whatever we have to discuss and cover, I'm going to make it very interactive, and we're going to try to see how we can really get how we can handle this particular stress, pressure which is there around us. It's very common, it's increasing in the last many years, the kind of stress, the kind of pressure that we have because of various factors, which of course include social media. It includes the fear of missing out, or FOMO. It includes pressure on various fronts: finance, social, friends, peer pressure. It's kind of everything is going to a climax in some manner. So there's a huge pressure around us. Let's look at the other word, which is creativity. Now, a creative mindset requires a very calm mindset, something which is very calm and relaxed. And in a sense, this particular topic, it's an oxymoron. What it means is there are two words which are opposite to each other. So you can't really be creative under pressure unless you learn how to be creative in a sense that the pressure doesn't get to you. So you can only be creative if your mind is relaxed, calm, if you can be open and calm under all situations. So despite the pressure on you, can you be calm and relaxed? So that's the key question that is there around you. So I want to begin with the first small exercise. I want you to check which nostril are you breathing from, the left nostril or the right nostril. And it's pretty simple. If you can see me on the screen, you can just put your hand somewhere below your nose and just feel from where is the air coming out as you breathe out. Is it right? Is it left? Or is it both simultaneous? It can't be none. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. And you can type out the answers in the chat box. So I hope my audio is, fine. So Ashish says left, Nitin says right. Okay, combination of left, right, someone saying both. Okay, let me hear some responses before I go ahead. Okay, Deepthi says both. Dr. Richa also says both. . So good. Okay. So while you continue to chat, let me tell you the reason I gave a pause, because you all should remember this for a long time to come. It's a very simple trick and a very simple, yeah, okay, both. So here's a trick, and it's scientifically proven that the left nostril and the right nostril. And yesterday, Dr. Veronique must have covered some other aspects of yoga and of the way one can relax oneself in various manners. But if you see the screen, the left nostril controls the right side of the brain. The left nostril controls, or it is activated. It activates the right side of the brain, and the right nostril, the reverse, the left side of the brain. Which is why some of the pranayamic exercises, they ensure that you do both. You actually breathe into the left, breathe out from the right, and vice versa, etc. So let's try to understand what is the significance of this. The right side of the brain is the parasympathetic. You don't need to know the meaning of it. And the left side of the brain is a sympathetic. Now remember, right? Left controls right, which is parasympathetic. Now what you need to know is, if you can see, my mouse here, that if you breathe from the left nostril, you're actually calming yourself. If you breathe from the right nostril, there's a lot of activity around you, in your mind. So what is the significance of this, and how is it related to, stress? So it's a shortcut technique, that in case you're feeling a lot of stress, a lot of pressure around you, a lot of, tensions around you, you can hold your right nostril, okay, and breathe through the left and breathe out again through the left. I'll repeat, breathe through the left and breathe out through the left. So you hold it right here, and you can breathe in, take a deep breath in, and again a breath out. When you take a breathe in, you have to breathe in all the way up to the belly and then come out. So breathe in, breathe out. You do 10 times, instantaneously, you'll feel a release of the pressure. Okay, you'll feel a release in your mind, you'll feel a big release, within yourself. Vice versa. If you're feeling very lazy, if you're feeling very inactive, you do exactly the opposite. You do exactly the opposite, which is you hold your left and you breathe in from the right, because the right, remember, activates, it's crisscross, but if you notice, the right will fill you with activity. So you'll again become very active. So it's a very simple shortcut trick of coming to position, in a very quick manner, as fast as possible. So it's called the left and the right nostril breathing. I'm going to actually cover, a few topics in the next 40-45 minutes, so that stay glued. And we are, of course, going to end, with meditation within this entire time frame. So I'm going to move from topic to topic. So I wanted to see this picture carefully and write down what exactly do you think this picture means, or what does it signify? What do you feel when you see this picture? Is there a sequence? What exactly comes to your mind if you analyze this picture? Screen not visible. Sahil, is the screen visible?
Yes, sir. So it's visible.
Thank you. Okay, so I like Kajal is saying rebuking. Yeah, rebuking is correct. Ekta says anger being passed on. Wonderful. Ashish, you give what you take. Anger passed. Shanti, and one's anger carried to others. Order. Himanshu, anger being passed. Anger passing. Chain reaction. Awesome. I think you're doing it very well. It's a pretty easy figure. You'll find it on the net. Your feelings are being passed on. Correct. So this particular person is being shouted at the office, as you rightly saw it. The anger is coming from the office to his house, to the wife. The wife is shouting at the son is shouting at the cat. And this is called as the transfer of pressure, the transfer of stress, the transfer of all the issues that are happening in your life. That's it keeps going, from place to place. It keeps coming, starting with you, and then you just start releasing it. Extremely common. Okay, so what's important is to understand how to react to situations. Are you reacting to situations, or are you responding to them? How flexible are you when you respond to a person? Are you carrying something in you when you respond to a person, or are you seeing it in a totally new manner? And it's important that we keep seeing things in a very neutral manner, and try to gain a situation where we can really respond to situations and not really react to them. And some of the practices that you've done yesterday and day before, and you're going to do today and tomorrow, is going to train you in ensuring that you can really respond to situations and not react to them. It's also called as a flexibility of consciousness. How flexible are you when you move from place to place? So let's look at the third one. This is again an activity, and I'm actually logged in, from the mobile also for a particular reason, that I'm going to be noting down things, as you write. It's easier that way. Again, Sahil, there's one message not visible. So is it visible now, or some issue, Sahil?
Sir, it's absolutely visible.
Perfect. Thank you. So I want you to write down the answer of this question. The question is very simple. It's 3 words. What disturbs me? What disturbs me in my life? People, events, things, circumstances. Just go berserk. Please keep writing down in the chat box what really disturbs me in life. Okay, so whether you can see the screen or not doesn't matter. Just answer the question. What disturbs me in life? I love it. Jayalakshmi says circumstances. Just let me write down circumstances. Oh, another person says circumstances. Neha, I love you. You're writing nothing. Oh, sorry. Swapnil says nothing. Neha writes situations. Pooja, circumstances. People's behavior. Okay, people behavior. Inhumanity, when peers rebuke about. So peers rebuke. I'm going to go here and say unnecessary thoughts. And then I see tension, future, surroundings is right here. Feelings, somebody mentioned feelings. Of course, overthinking. Failure. Nitin, can you explain failure in what sense? So I'm putting it here anyway, but circumstances again. Hypocrisy. Wonderful. Hypocrisy. Overthinking. Perfect. The work is not completed in time. So I would actually say as timely work by me. Cheating by people. Narasimha Murthy. Cheating. Very good. Tension. Of course. Thoughts. Tapi is covered. Expectations. Dr. Archana, so expectations from others or from yourself? Okay, expectations, I'm putting it here. And extra thinking, pending works. Cool. Let me make some place for you as we write it down. We can reduce this. Okay. Yeah, others' expectations. I saw that. Yes. Responsibility, not understanding things and situations. So lack of understanding, I'll write. Cool. And then we have financial crush. So financial, I would say, financial issues. Okay. So let me, it's pretty cool that you all are responding quite well. So let me help you, because this is very important. 26, okay. Wow. Okay, dishonesty I saw, financial crush, emotion, bureaucracy in system. Yes, okay, so I'm just writing the word system, bureaucracy. Things go other way. Wonderful. Things go other way. Okay, so what I'll do is, you all can keep writing. So Purnish is simple, is very simple. Question very simple. It's there right on top of the screen. It's what disturbs me. Okay, that is a question, and I think we have a lot of answers on things that disturb us. What I've not put is the heading. Okay, so I'm actually going to put the heading right now as we speak. Yes, Shekhar, negative thoughts. I'm putting it here. Cool. So these are, your thoughts, unnecessary thoughts, tension, future, feelings, overthinking, failure, timely work by me, lack of my understanding, financial issues, negative thoughts. So the heading here is internal. Now let's look at the other one, circumstances, people behavior, peer rebuke, surroundings, hypocrisy, cheating, expectations, things go other way. And I just saw the nice one, no cooperation from family. Okay. And this is what I call external. Internal, external. Let's look at something else I've written on top, which is A and B. Let's try to fill that up. So what do we do with it, things which are internally disturbing me? You have to use this to grow yourself. You have to use this list and grow yourself. You have to grow in a manner that this list is reduced, but this is something which can be used. What do we do with the external list? You have to let go. Okay. These are things which you can never control. I can never control my external situations, people behavior, rebuke. Okay, people will continue to rebuke. Surroundings, cheating, expectations, family members, there's nobody you can control. Believe me, how much ever you think you can control, there's only one person you can control. And that person is neither your girlfriend, boyfriend, or your dog, or your brother or sister. That one person you can control is yourself. Okay. So there's nobody else you can control. People will continue to behave the way they're behaving. And things will continue to happen the way it's happening. What you can control is, this list. And what's to be done with this list, as you write it down. So I suggest, all of you go back home tonight and use this list, make this list for yourself, make it comprehensive. Use this list to grow. Now you know what your weaknesses are. And this list, learn to let go. That's it, as simple as that. Divide into two papers, the page divide into two papers. Put this list, be honest to yourself. This information is only with you, not with anybody else. Be honest and continue to do it. So let's see the definition of crisis, or the definition of what really can be when you come under stress or pressure, etc. Now, crisis is a combination of danger and opportunity. Okay, so I'm actually moving on to another subtopic very quickly, if you're catching it well. So if you look at some ancient words, crisis in the Chinese language, ancient Chinese, ancient Indian, ancient Chinese were very spiritually strong. The ancient word for Chinese, for those of you who know a little bit of Chinese, is called as YG. And strangely, the word danger in Chinese is Weixian, and the word opportunity is Jihui. And if you see the word crisis, which is YG, seems to be a very good combination of the first three letters Y and the first two letters of opportunities is G. The first syllable, if you can say, the first tone. So crisis in that sense is a combination of danger and opportunity. It's only up to us to see, what we can use. That comes us on to the next topic, and which is extremely important for students, for everybody. Even if you have chosen engineering as a career or whatever you've chosen as a career, you need to realize that as you go on, you need to come to something which is called your central point of being, or the reason for being. And I normally use this particular model, which is also called as Ikigai, the reason for being, the reason to jump out of bed every morning. It has 4 circles, and just watch carefully, because this is the kind of last topic before I move on to cleaning, and then we will rejuvenation and the heartfulness practice. It focuses on 4 questions. What are the things that you really love to do? So when you go back home, you try to write down what are the things that you really, really love to do. And even if you've chosen a career, if you've chosen a particular education stream right now, it doesn't matter. Just make this entire laundry list. What are the things that you truly, truly love to do? It could be kite flying. I know it because I've flown kites in Lucknow. Okay, so I know Lucknow is famous in that sense. It could be kite flying. It could be photography. It could be storytelling. It could be engineering. It could be mathematics. End to end. Okay, don't think on whether it's good or bad. Just end to end. I love cooking. I love to wash dishes. Okay, I'm beginning to love it. Okay, I'm doing it for the last 5 months now, washing dishes. So, what are the things that you love to do? Now, from here, you have to go here. Now, watch the screen carefully. From this question, you have to go here. Don't go anywhere else. Now, out of these 20 things that you love to do, what are you good at? So, I love kite flying, but I'm actually not good at it. Okay, my brother-in-law actually is very good at kite flying, but I'm not good at it, but I love it. I love this. So it doesn't make sense. It just remains as a passion, or it remains as what I love. It has to be a combination of what I love and what I'm good at. Okay, so out of 100 things that I love, that each of you love, come down to 15, 20 things that is a combination of what you love and what you're good at. Okay. Now, once you've done this, take a proper time. Take half an hour, 1 hour for this, and then, come down here and then go to the right. Out of these 20 things that I'm good at, what does the world really need? Because now I'm coming to career. I'm coming to exactly how you can unlock and how you can be useful in society. So I love stamp collection. I'm also good at stamp collection, but I'm not sure, if the world needs stamp collectors, or coin collection, or whatever is the case. Maybe I could open a museum. That's a different thing. So I love, motorbikes. I'm just giving an example. I love riding motorbikes. I'm also good at it in the sense that I'm getting really passionate about it. And luckily, I've also taken, maybe engineering or mechanical in my stream. So can I build things around my passion? And now I'm coming to things that the world needs. Okay. Can I build around things that I love, I'm good at? And now I'm coming to things that the world needs. Okay. And finally, you go down to what you can be paid for. Unfortunately, we're not taught this way. Where we begin? We begin here. Okay. Show me the money. People normally begin here. They just need to see where is the money. Okay. And they start there. Which is the company or organization with fourth year students, which is the organization which is paying me the maximum? Again, you're starting here. You should not start there. You should start right on top. It's very difficult because, normally the whole peer pressure is, moving, not just peer pressure, I would even say family pressure, and, everybody wants to see you having, a huge money pile behind you. Or they at least want you to focus on what the world needs. So if normally people go exactly the reverse, and a lot of stress, a lot of pressure comes around because you are doing things which you are neither good at nor that you love. Okay. Sometimes you're just doing things that you're good at. But when you truly do things that you love, that's why I told you very specifically, start from the top. Start from the top, doing things that you love. When you start here, You go here, then you go here, and then you go down. Okay, do this exercise maybe tonight or tomorrow night. Take time out. Do it alone. When you're silent and there's no disturbances. Start asking these simple 4 questions. What do I love doing? What am I good at? What does the world need? And what I can be paid for. Go in the sequence. Go in the sequence from the top to the down. Even if you hit halfway or somewhere, you'll get to it. Okay. It can be a little difficult because I know, let's say I love photography. I'm also good at it. I've taken engineering now. What do I do next? Okay. It's a great question. I wanted to sit to that question. Can you combine, right now your profession and your passion, and can you become, a visual engineer or, get into engineering in a different manner, which will cut you apart from the rest? Because this will make you unique. You're working on your passions, it will make you unique. And guess what? When you're unique, nobody can beat you. So don't, worry about where your neighbor's son is going or where your neighbor, where your friends are going, etc. Don't worry about everybody else. Focus on me as an individual. What am I loving to do? Not what he or she is loving to do. What do I love to do? What am I good at? And then you go downwards. So please practice the exercise. This Ikigai is something actually I write many articles and I run a lot of trainings around it. I'd like to, before we start with the meditation, I actually wanted to show you a particular small, it's a very strange movie I saw recently. It's called as A Burning Plane. Okay, it's called as A Burning Plane. And it's very interesting, this particular movie. And I normally show it to young adults like you. I mean, this particular story of the movie. I'm not sure if the director intended, what I'm going to say. But this movie revolves around a particular girl who commits a murder at the age of 16. She commits a murder at the age of 16 by mistake. And accidentally, if you see this small fire in the left corner, she accidentally sets something on fire. She never intended it. And she doesn't get caught. She doesn't get caught because nobody who will suspect a girl of 16 to commit a huge murder like this, They think it's an accident. So she continues her life. And in the whole movie, she is running away, but they show it spanning 12 years from the age of 16 till the age of 28. She's just running away. And we keep wondering, whom is she running away from? Who's after her? There's nobody after her. Okay. And towards the end of the movie, we realize that she is actually running away from herself. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You must see it, She's running away from herself. So, I then asked this question, are you doing anything which is you're running away from yourself? So please don't, do anything. And then, of course, she faces the facts and she exposes and does say that she did commit this murder by mistake. So are there any activities or thoughts in your mind which you can't accept or which you can't? So it's difficult. Please don't stay with it. You need to, move on and accept whatever's coming to you. So let me quickly move on to the core practice, because the time is now 6:30. Let me run on to some of the core practices. And I'm just going to give you a quick gist of what you've gone through in the last 2 days. You have gone through the session on relaxation. And you've also done meditation, which is also one of the core practices of heartfulness. Today, what we're going to do is rejuvenation or cleaning. And tomorrow, what you're going to do is inner connect. Okay, so I'm just giving you the entire flow of what you've done and what's in store for you. This entire practice of heartfulness, it has four key practices: relaxation, meditation, rejuvenation, and the inner connect. And if you practice these in a sequence, in the right manners, you can actually let go, and you can start responding to situations in a much better manner. You'll have much better relationships. Things will also disturb you less. Okay. So I'm just going to give a quick brief on what exactly is rejuvenation, or the third practice that we have. We run with a lot of thoughts in our day. There's so many thoughts, one thought every 1.25 seconds. Every second there's a thought, that's coming into us. Many times it's really not connected to what you're doing, which means we are having so many thoughts and it's all disconnected. Most of the time thoughts are negative. Almost 2/3 of the thoughts are really negative. And 95% of this is driven by subconscious. And being a past life regressionist and an inner child healer myself, I know that there's a lot of subconscious inside each of us, which drives our actions, and which can really influence the way we think, talk, and behave. So even to be happy, you need some sort of training. And in the last 2 days, what we've been doing, today what we're going to do is rejuvenation. Because there's a lot of clutter, and this is something which you probably saw it in the first day. A lot of clutter around us, a lot of things that keep hitting us, which don't concern us, but it's still there in our thoughts. Sahil, I'm assuming my voice is audible?
Yes, sir. Proper.
Thank you. So because I just saw the chat, so I just keep checking this, once in a while. So there's so many thoughts, around family, around social, physical, mental, career, financial, and it all, is the multiple dimensions that we have in our own life. So many thoughts cluttering us. So it's important that we have some sort of practice which can rejuvenate us, which we practice in the evening. This is the best time to do it. 6:30 is the best time to do rejuvenation, because you're at the end of your day's work, and you're going to cleanse out all the negativity which is there within you. So I'm going to explain this particular practice in a very simple manner, and then we're going to actually go through with the practice, as around it. So in the next few minutes, as long as you can hear my voice, that's good enough. You're going to sit back, relax, and you're going to just follow the instructions. Just follow the voice as we go through. And you're going to feel all the impurities and complexities within you ejecting out from the back in the form of smoke. Okay. And we're going to remain with this particular continued practice for a period of, for some small period, and maybe 10 or 12 minutes. I'll keep giving you instructions. After which we will go into a small round of meditation for another few minutes, and then I'll close the session, and then we could take up Q&A on anything, what we discussed at the end. So this is how the next 30 minutes is going to look like. Okay. So I request all of you to sit back, relax. Hopefully you're in a silent place and not too much of noise around you. Take a few minutes to, settle yourself down. Sit back, relax. So are all of you sitting in a relaxed position? Let me see, one or two. Okay, good. Yes, Kajal? Okay, fine. So that you can hear my voice, I'm just checking in that. So sit back, relax, gently close your eyes, and just follow the instructions as we move on. Take a few deep breaths. Close your eyes. Feel yourself relaxing from the head to the toe. Visualize your back, the spine, from the head to the tailbone. Keeping your eyes closed, feel all the impurities and complexities being ejected out from the back in the form of smoke. I'll repeat and just keep repeating. It's very simple. Keeping your eyes closed, visualize your spine from the head to the tailbone. And using your willpower, feel all the impurities and complexities ejecting out from the back in the form of smoke. Do not focus on any particular event or person. Just like you blindly clean a room, feel yourself using a willpower, cleaning all the impurities and complexities from your entire system, and feel it being ejected out from the back in the form of smoke. If your mind wanders, bring it back very gently and continue to give the suggestion that all the impurities and complexities are being ejected out from the back in the form of smoke. Do not get focused or attached to any particular thought or person or event or circumstance. Just feel yourself brushing it all off without looking at it. Focus on the process and feel your entire body being cleansed out and all the impurities and complexities being ejected out from the back in the form of smoke. If you feel any thought deviating you, just take a step back, observe it, and it will pass off. Do not fight or struggle with any thought, a set of thoughts, keep taking a step back and let it continue to pass off, ejecting out from your back in the form of smoke. Gently accelerate this process and feel more and more thoughts, more and more impurities and complexities are ejecting out in an accelerated manner. Your system is becoming empty, calm, you're feeling pure and simple. Feel the entire acceleration of all the remaining impurities and complexities ejecting out, and feel your entire being from the head to the toe filled with purity and simplicity. You're feeling very light, very pure, and very simple from the head to the toe. And you're feeling a vacuum being created within you. Now feel a current from the divine coming in from the front and filling up your heart. Feel a current from the divine coming in from the front and filling up your heart. And feel this spreading to all parts of your body. Feel the current of divinity coming in from the front, filling your heart, and feel it overflowing to all parts of your body. Your entire body, from the head to the toe, is filled with light. You're feeling extremely light and relaxed. Now gently focus on your heart and feel the presence of a source of light in the heart, drawing you from within. Ignore any thoughts that are coming away. And for the next few minutes, we're going to continue to meditate, feeling the source of light in our heart. Please continue meditation. Gently feel yourself coming back to the present moment. Take a few seconds to feel very calm and relaxed. And whenever comfortable, take a few seconds to feel very calm and relaxed. And whenever comfortable, gently open your eyes. So how are you feeling now? Calm and happy, feeling relaxed, great, excellent. So we have a few minutes more, and I'm okay to extend by a few minutes if you all want it. Is there any questions? Yeah, if there are any questions on anything that we discussed today, feel free to. Okay, I'm seeing very relaxed. Tiredness drained. Now relaxed. Weight was in my heart. Felt brightness in my face. Good. So you can actually keep a small diary, and keep writing down. The movie that I recommended was The Burning Plane. You can find it on Netflix. I've just sent a message back to you. It's not a very famous movie, but it's pretty unique and different. Feeling better and relaxed. Not everybody can like such movies. It's a little out of place, not the general kind. So let's look at some of the questions. How to detox mind from negative news of newspaper, social media, news channel? Should we shun it in the early morning? Wow. You know, Kajal, the first chapter in my book, I've written a book called The Joyful Quotient. It's in Amazon. And the first chapter in the book talks about this. For the last 5 years, I actually don't buy the newspaper. I also avoid watching on my mobile from the moment I wake up till around 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning. There's a reason for it. And the reason is exactly what you mentioned, Kajal, that the early morning, your mind is very impressionable. And when you expose it to newspaper, if you're getting newspaper, I would actually, after this call, you can just go and have a look at it. And I do this in various crowds. Take a look at a newspaper, front page. 9 out of 10 things will be negative. Somebody murdering somebody, or some, some calamity happening somewhere, something or the other. It's always negative. The first page, second, third, fourth. The only few positive pages are in the center of the newspaper, which is editorial or the sports page. Very rarely, or the small editorial boxes will give you something which is very positive. So you're on the right track. Please avoid reading it in the early morning for sure. Please avoid watching TV in the early morning. That's good. Neha, your O&M thoughts are really flowing. If you keep practicing this, Miss Neha, you can slowly control yourself in terms of the ability to control your thoughts and to let it go. It's actually, you have to keep watching your thoughts, observe them. It's like, this is the thought and this is me. You have to de-link yourself and watch it. Don't run away from it or don't fight it. Okay. A barking dog. Okay. And it's a classic example I like to give. When a dog is trying to attack, you have two options. If you run away from it, it's going to run after you. If you try to attack it, it will either attack or it will run away. A thought will certainly attack you. The only wise strategy is to ignore it. I think all of you know it. By this time in your life, you would have come across situations where you need to run away from dogs or from people. Exactly the same thing, by the way. People, if they're shouting at you or if you're getting affected, ignorance. Ignore is the best answer for such things. So I think that covers a couple of things. And let me see any other question. Can we read self-motivational books in the early morning? Yes, Kajal, you can read inspiring books is very good. Something that inspires you from within. You can even practice the meditation technique, which you're anyway being groomed by this particular system. It's beautiful. Dr. M. Singh, how to deal with pressure and being fired by the boss after speaking the truth of the mistake committed by us and how to overcome anxiety. If you remember the particular matrix, what disturbs me in life, you have to keep trying to reduce it, sir. And you have to try to let go of, what others think about you. So in fact, we didn't have time. Normally I run day-long sessions, 3-day sessions and all this stuff. 1 hour is quite compressed. But this is one of the things I normally train people on, even young students or adults or whatever. Simple technique. Hear me very carefully. Let go of what other people are thinking about you. I learned this very late in my life. I used to always worry about what other people are thinking about me. Okay. Strategy, very simple. Just ignore in your mind and do it. It's very simple. Just let go of what other people are thinking about you. That's it. Just practice this. For 1 week, continuously practice this. It will get in your DNA and it will make you strong. Now, at this point, if I'm, if there are 2 ways I can look at it, right? At this point, the thought in my mind is to connect to you all and to try to be benefit of you all. Or I have an option. I can start being worried about what you all are thinking about me. Okay, I have 2 options. As I speak right now, I have 2 options. One is I'm really trying to do whatever best I can in the current circumstances. The second option is I'm worried, maybe, what is Sahil thinking of me? What is Vindhya thinking of me? Was this what they expected of me? Okay, now if I start thinking, what is Dr. Lakshmi thinking of me? What is everybody? It's crazy. It'll drive a person crazy. It'll hit negativity. Okay. So you have to let go. I said I learned it very late in my life. Let go of what others are thinking about you. Okay. I think that answers a lot of other questions. I find very difficult to forgive others and keep the hurt feelings in mind very long. Tomorrow, you'll be doing a session on connecting within and prayer. Miss P. Mary Shanti. You will learn a technique on how to forgive and how to let go. Thank you, sir, for a beautiful session. Would you recommend any specific meditation? The heartfulness meditation is beautiful. It's complete in all respects. It's based on the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. 7 chakras is part of it. Starting from the Muladhara all the way up to the top. You don't need to do anything else. The meditation, rejuvenation, and tomorrow you're going to do the connecting within will keep you everything. So Kajal, the name of the book is The Joyful Quotient. I'm just putting it on the chat. Quotient. Okay, Kajal. So that's the name of the book. I've just put it in the chat. And let go, I will learn. Okay, thank you so much. I saw a beautiful question. I thought I'll take it now because that particular person asked it 2 or 3 times. I was purposely not answering it. And he might be thinking I'm running away from him, but I'm actually not. Swapnil Singh, I'm with you, Swapnil. YouTube creators, stand-up comedians in Hindi, sir, please. I'm assuming that you're good in YouTube creation and you're also a stand-up comedian. Okay? I'm just giving the assumption when you write this message. And I'm assuming you're connecting it to Ikigai, which is very important. Ikigai is something that you love, what you're good at. If you love what you're doing, YouTube creation, and you're also good at it, it's a huge, huge market. It's a huge market. If that's what you're worried about, it's a huge market. You should have the passion for it. If you have the passion, there are people who earn millions and crores. You don't need to even think twice, but you should have the passion. It's a difficult task, Swapnil. Your parents may not agree. Your teachers may not agree. Society may not agree, but keep this in the back of your passion. Don't let go of it. There's a person called PewDiePie, PEWDDIEPIE. I believe he earns, a few crores every month just based on YouTube. Okay, that's what it is. And a bit of comedy. So that's the answer, Swapnil. I hope, I'm sorry for being delayed in answering your question, but I noted it down, your question. Let me see any other questions around you. Can we deal with procrastination using meditation? Yes, so procrastination can be resolved if you use this rejuvenation technique. When you use a rejuvenation technique and you let go of a lot of things within yourself, you stop procrastination. Okay, so heartfulness set of practices is complete. Dinesh ji, मेरी हिंदी और इंग्लिश बहुत दोनों बढ़िया है. I can do the whole thing in Hindi. Okay. लेकिन ये स्पेसिफिक प्रेजेंटेशन इंग्लिश में है, इसलिए मैंने इंग्लिश किया है. जैसे मैंने कहा था, मेरी ससुराल लखनऊ है, तो मेरी हिंदी काफ़ी अच्छी है. But I've not done Hindi for a reason. So, Dinesh, that is for you. Yes, any other questions? Negative. Yeah, I think this is a repeat question. Negative overpowers me. So, you want to focus only on positive thoughts. Rejuvenation is a beautiful technique, the one we did today. You let go of everything that is, within you. Cool. If there's Sahil, if there's any question I've missed, you can tell me now and I can answer it. Dr. Rita ji, how to be more responsive than being reactive? It has to be a systematic practice that we have to keep pausing before every response. You have to just give a pause before you react to any situation. Again, there's a huge theory behind it, because the initial reaction that comes is the animal reaction. The animal reaction, which is, from the amygdala, the animal reaction which hits you. But if you pause for some time, it goes back, and then the human reaction starts coming in. If you pause even further, it goes to the heart, and then the response from the heart comes in. So animal, human, divine. So Dr. Ritaji, just give a pause. Very simple thing. VK Singh ji, why we landing to negative thoughts? Yeah, I think this is because we keep feeding on it. We keep attracting it. Let go with a lot of cleaning and a lot of rejuvenation. You'll be good. Some of the things I mentioned, let go of what other people are thinking about you. All those things, have a genuine need to try to help people, and you'll be good. Are things really so bad? Are things really so bad as we hear in the news these days? So Ekta, this is one of those things which is external to you. So you know the formula for external? Let go. So let go is the formula. In fact, I'll just again, so let go. I'll just repeat what we did. Of course, we did left nostril, right nostril. We did this one. Let go of anything that is external to you. All news that is there. Ikigai, of course, we did. And what I'd invite you all to do is to go to this particular website, heartfulness.org, and go through the master classes. So today was day 2 in the master class. You can actually go through this. If you go to heartfulness.org, you'll find the link, and you can actually go through day 1, day 2, day 3 over the weekend. Can letting go forgiveness help us to balance our karmas too? So Amrita ji, it will actually help you to let go of whatever is holding you back, all the bondages within you. So there's no need to think of good karma, bad karma. You let go of all that is there in you. How to deal with depression or unconsciousness during this pandemic? So Tanya, you just need to let go. A lot of answers come from this particular single file. You just need to let go of things that are disturbing you, and you'll be good. You can connect back to me if you have any specific issues. I can see how I can help. How can we shift our focus craving from materialistic gain to divine spiritual domain? It has to be a balance, Kajal. You have to balance between material and spiritual. It's like a bird with 2 wings. You have to fly straight. Does being courageous and truthful put us in more difficulties? How to learn to tackle the mistakes of the self? Seniors are really frightening. So 3 different questions, Manisha. Most of it revolves around acceptance. So try to accept yourself the way you are and not the way others want you to be. Just accept yourself, accept the situation. And courage and being truthful actually does not put you in difficulties. On the contrary, it releases you of whatever mental stress that you may be having. Hey, Swaraj, can you repeat your question? I asked thrice, one answered. Very cool. Okay. Swaraj, you write it down. I'll try. I didn't hear the question at all. There's so many messages. Nitesh ji. Nitesh, I'm just writing the book down. The Joyful Quotient. Okay, I've written the book down, Nitesh. I hope you can see it. When we use to meditate, we'll get more things come to picture. It's all about thoughts, sir. It's all about thoughts, Shiva Shankar. You need to tackle and let go of your thoughts. So Swaraj, if you have time, you can note down your question for the 4th time. I can see it. I can't seem to see it on top. So let me hand it over to Sahil and Vindhya. It's all yours, Sahil.
Sahil?
While they're coming in, yeah, Sagarika Das, overcoming depression is acceptance. Accept yourself the way you are. Let go of what you think, what others are thinking about you, and you'll be good, Sagarika. Don't worry. Swapnil, I hope I answered you well on your YouTube. And Swaraj is pending. Yes, yeah, Vindhya, anybody can take over. I have no problem. Whenever you're ready, I can take over.
Thank you so much, sir.
Deepak sir, Swaraj asked the question.
Okay.
I'm neither good at engineering nor does India need more engineers. But somehow my family convinced me to do so.
Yeah.
This is the question.
Wonderful.
How to escape this trap?
Absolutely, Swaraj. Now that you can't change it, you'll have to just continue on with it. And believe me, you can connect the dots looking backwards. So now that you have gone into, I think, 2 things that you don't like, possibly engineering, and I think what I heard was India. Correct? Am I correct, sir? India. Okay. So at this point, if you're in the 3rd year or whatever, I think you need to just go through it, because otherwise you'll be losing some time. But post engineering, or if you're in a 1st year, you could try to pull back and do what your passion is. But the key question, Swaraj, is what exactly do you love doing? I heard what you don't love doing, but what are the things you really love doing? You need to answer this for yourself. What do you truly love to do? Unless you know that, don't move ahead. First, answer this to yourself, and if you want to answer it to me, once you know what you love doing, then we can decide what are the next steps. Are you good at it? Which part of the world needs you? And you can go down the Ikigai model. I'm still going down the Ikigai model.
Swaraj, directly send the question. Don't send privately. Now Swaraj asked the second question, sir. I'm a computer guy from my childhood days.
Good point. So in fact, if you're a computer guy since your childhood days and that seems to be your passion, you need to know within each field, there are infinite fields around it. So within computers, is it programming? Is it media within computers? Or is it, the social side of computing? Or is it networking? Or is it programming? Once you know that, then you can actually guide yourself in a much better manner in whatever you're doing. And it doesn't matter, whatever right now you've taken, in your current BBDNIIT. Don't disrupt the boat, just continue on, but in the back of mind, work in a passion. Keep working on a passion in the back of your, at your time. You'll give a lot of meaning to your life. You all must see this video called Steve Jobs' convocation speech given at Stanford, and he does the same thing. He was not very rich at all. He was very poor. His father and mother were very, very poor. So he did his graduation, and in order to survive, he learned calligraphy. Steve Jobs learned calligraphy in his college, which nobody used to take, but he had to take it forcefully. And he used to curse it because, calligraphy is, all the drawing and painting and all this stuff. He was not really passionate about it. He was passionate about computers, okay, but he was not really fond of, curves and, letters, sans serif and all this stuff. But after, he says in the same speech that he went through the course, but after he finished it, and many years later, 15 years later, when he designed the Mac, he introduced all that calligraphy into the fonts, and Windows copied the Mac. So we have all the fonts that you see, in terms of Lucida and sans serif, everything is because of that course which he took then. So Swarajji, don't worry about what you're doing right now. Just focus on your passion and keep doing what you're doing. You can connect your dots backwards. There's a reason why you've done this till now. Just believe in destiny, in faith, and just move on. I hope I answered your question.
Vindhya?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for devoting your precious time out of your busy schedule. We would like to conclude by saying that the ability to create and innovate is what enables us to impact, influence, and change what's around us. Thank you everyone for joining today's session. We hope you had a mesmerizing experience. The feedback link has already been shared to you in the chat box. Kindly fill it as soon as possible. Thank you.
Vindhya, kindly resend the feedback link again.
Okay, okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Deepak sir. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot, sir.